Last week I made a video asking you to send me questions for me to answer for the 4th of July. The response was, at the very least, overwhelming, so I'll do what I can to answer as many questions as humanly possible. Starting with,
where did your username come from?
back in 2004 when I first got the internet, I wanted to sign up for Lego.com so I could play games. I needed a username, but I had a hard time thinking of one that wasn't already taken. At the time, Peter Pan was playing in the other room, and I heard this. So I decided why not go with that. So I put in Captpan6 and with a 6 at the end because that was my lucky number. Nowadays I use Captpan6 for everything I sign up for. It's kind of become my trademark name.
How come we park on driveways and drive on parkways?
Because
the clam caught my attack!
Are you the kind of YouTuber that works on one project at a time, or a few at once?
I used to work on all my stuff at the same time, but nowadays not so much. Although whenever I'm out of ideas for one video, I'll usually try something new in hopes I can get a new spark of imagination.
What is your favorite type of fish?
I'm very fond of groupers.
Have you ever thought of making a SpongeBob poop with various clips such as oh god, oh man, oh god?
No.
Are you a virgin still?
Yes.
Do you ever bring YouTube poop into conversation?
I usually talk about it with my friends, but other than that, very rarely. I mean, how in the world can you talk about something bearing the word poop?
Can you make a YouTube poop about House MD?
House is a dangerous source because it's owned by Fox. I don't want to risk getting my account banned. Besides, I can't find the clips anywhere.
Will you be doing a Harry Potter poop?
Probably in the near future, but not now, because I got a lot of other stuff that I gotta work on.
Do you and Deepricate love each other?
Yes, in fact, he and I are going to wed this August.
Are you going to poop any episodes of second season Are You He?
I will when they come out in English, but until then, I'm going to use them indirectly.
What video games are you looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to Metroid Other M. It looks really good and a lot different from most other Wii titles.
Remember me?
I'm also looking forward to Wii Sports Resort. I like the original Wii Sports, so there's no doubt I'll enjoy this as well.
What inspired you to make an Alan YouTube video?
I saw an ad for the show as I was watching countdown videos, so I decided to give it a watch, and sure enough I found a lot of material in it that I could use. So I gave it a try, and sure enough, I thought it turned out really well.
What's your favorite anime, other than Haruhi?
I have a lot of favorites besides Haruhi. I like Higurashi no Naku Koroni because it's dark, edgy, scary, and pretty funny. I like Yakitate Japan because I love to cook, and the show is really fun to watch. And I like Death Note because, like Higurashi, it's dark, scary, and it just seems to draw you in.
Why don't people actually listen to what you said and send the question via DM?
Because they're stupid lamps, that's why.
Cheeseburgers versus burgers.
Burgers. Burgers, 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 burgers.
I still don't understand how to go to hell. Is there maybe an enclosed instruction book that can help me?
The clam caught my attack!
Did you ever expect to become this popular when you first started YouTube?
Honestly, I didn't know what to expect when I started out. I wanted to be as popular as Walrus Guy and Deepricate, who were the most well-known guys at the time, so I was eager to do anything I could to get subscribers. Eventually, I realized I wasn't the only one with the same mindset, so I settled down and tried to develop my own style of pooping instead of mimicking other people's styles, and I also let the subscriptions start to come naturally.
What's your favorite video game?
Pokemon for the Game Boy. It was the one thing I wanted most growing up. It was incredibly addicting, a ton of fun to play, and everyone else had it, so I got to whoop them in Link battles. Best of all, I can still play it today, and it doesn't feel old at all.
Where do you get your sources for YouTube videos?
I get all my sources from YouTube, and I download them using any video converter.
What, in your opinion, is the worst movie of all time?
Well, I can tell you the worst movie I've ever seen, In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege tale. It was just flat out bad. The dialogue was poor, the acting was atrocious. I couldn't even take it seriously. It was funny for all the wrong reasons.
Tell me how you love me.
You know.
And I went in expecting some kind of epic knight movie, and I came out extremely disappointed. It was just a Lord of the Rings ripoff.
A small force might slip through them and solve the problem at its source.
Then I found out who made the movie, and boy did I regret that trip even more.
Will you one day make a poem on YouTube?
No.
Do you like to be dominated sexually by a girl or a guy, if you're a faggot? Will you make a Phoenix Wright YouTube?
I don't really see a lot of material in Phoenix Wright. I might use it indirectly, but not as a whole poop itself.
How long does it take to make your YouTubes?
When I'm making a large project, a couple months, at least. But if I feel like slapping something together like I usually do with my Haruhi poops, it'll take a couple of weeks. I know it sounds like a long time, but I've got a life, I've got a job, I've got friends, and I can't let my videos get in the way of those.
Do you love Haruhi Suzumiya?
No. Unlike most people on the internet, I'm able to distinguish the differences between a fictional character and a real person. Sorry to disappoint.
Who are you, Mystery Man?
I'm Henry VIII, I am.
What is the most badass thing you have ever done in your life?
Probably ramping over a river on a BMX.
Do you know Deeper Cut outside the poop community?
I've only communicated with him online. We've never met in the real world.
Are you not going to answer this question?
Answer it yourself. What am I, your teacher?
What did you think of Cloverfield?
I thought it was a very suspenseful, adrenaline-pumping movie that doesn't produce the same effect at home than it does at the theater.
If dividing by 0 would destroy the universe, what would happen if you divided by the square root of -0?
At him! Oh, well!
What is the hardest part of making a YouTube beep?
Knowing where to start. I feel I need to put most of my effort into how I begin a poop. Otherwise, it doesn't look good to me and I don't see any potential in it.
What pets do you have?
I have a dog named Wilma and a cat named Mimsy. Oh, and I also have a...
Who's your favorite YouTube pooper?
It used to be Ishkabibble, but then he closed his account.
He's talking about a car, not just any car.
Wait a minute.
Nowadays I'm starting to get into I'm a person stuff.
I'm trying to build a penis.
Do you like fried eggs?
I prefer them hard-boiled.
What do you like about pooping?
It's a lot different from other kinds of media, and it really helps you in video editing.
What dinner do all true warriors strive for?
Burgers. Burgers, 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 burgers.
How do you know when to toss in jokes in the middle of your poops?
I always try to throw jokes in whenever possible. If I see an opportunity to make something funny, I don't hesitate. I put it in right away.
Why do you close your eyes when we make love?
So I don't have to look at your fat head.
Are you a gamer?
Not really. I only own a Wii and a DS, although I do play them a lot. I won't go gaga over the next Halo or whatever, though. Yes, you can say I'm a casual.
What gives you the inspiration to make your poops?
I get a lot of my inspiration from my subscriptions, as well as some of my past work, which I like to look back on occasionally.
Do you have any YouTube pooping tips?
My personal tips are never let anything go unedited for more than 5 seconds unless it's a part of a joke, and don't use overused memes, censor bleeps, bad Microsoft Paint edits, or long awkward pauses.
Is it true you are a big fan of Harry Potter?
Yes, I am a huge fan of Harry Potter. In fact, before I started YouTube pooping, I used to go to a Harry Potter message board on the Warner Brothers site. I wrote a lot of comedy fan fictions which made a lot of people laugh. Nowadays, though, I hardly ever visit the site. A lot of the people who I used to talk to there left a long time ago. There's really nothing left there but memories.
What do you think of the YouTube poops you see today?
They're a lot different from the ones I used to watch a long time ago. More people today seem to be using different sources other than CDI and Super Mario World, which is a good thing. Although there are a lot I've seen that I just couldn't watch all the way through, simply because they use really old jokes and bore me out completely.
Do you play any MMOs?
The only one I play is RuneScape. And no, I'm not afraid to admit it.
Will you be doing any tennis in the future?
Aside from the one I'm doing with Deeper Cut right now, I don't have anything planned. But I'm looking to maybe start one with Guy Safari in the future.
Were you shocked at the news of Billy Mays' death?
I was really quite surprised after I heard that he died. Especially after I heard about Michael Jackson. He was really the last on my list who I thought would go.
What is your real name?
Sebastian Arnold Metker.
Do you think you will ever jump the shark?
There might come a time, so get ready.
What is the one thing you would love to poop the most?
If I can get my hands on Shark Tale, it would be that. That movie deserves to get pooped.
Why didn't you make the videos of top YouTube poops of 2008?
I collected too many videos and I was too lazy to look at them all. I was already behind on a lot of my videos, and taking the time to make the countdown would only push them back further. Also, the first top 100 was a failure. I'm bad when it comes to countdowns.
How do you feel about Walrus Guy quitting YouTube poops?
I'm really going to miss him because I looked up to him way back when, and his poops were always fun to watch. But we all have to quit YouTube poops someday and get on with our lives. And I'm really starting to like his flash animations, so if he wants to devote more time to those, that's perfectly fine with me.
What is your favorite clip of all time from the first The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya season?
Okay, last question.
How did you come across YouTube beep?
Back in June 2007, I saw a video called Potter Puppet Pals YouTube Poop by Stuart ZX. I avoided it at first because I thought it had to do with, well, real poop. After a while, though, I decided to watch it, and I ended up having to pause it twice because I was laughing so hard I had to use the bathroom. I then watched some more poops from Garbage Head 3 and Jeff Lindblom, and then later on I got into Walrus Guy and Deeper Cut and the top 10 monthly moments. I've been a fan ever since. Well, that's about all the time I have. Sorry I couldn't get to everyone, but thanks for sending in your questions, and see you next time.